So they end up calling a holding on the offense. I thought that's what
I
they called.
they were going to call a late hit, but
yeah, he didn't even come within 5 yards of hitting him. So I'm glad they didn't call it on that, because that would have been a bad call.
Yeah.
Even though we are Virginia High broadcasters, but we can't get away with that one. We can't let the refs off the hook that easy. So 8:02 is the holding call, sets them back. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It's second down and close to 22.
They always say we get ours and they get theirs, right?
The line to gain is the 13. The ball's sitting back at the 20 or the 32-yard line. There's a snap. Lathrop drops back looking for time. Now he'll go across the middle. This is Carroll up past the 20 to the 15. Inside the end zone, and he's in. Give him 6. What a play.
6 more on the board. What a block.
He weaved in between two defenders right down the sideline, was able to break free for a touchdown.
Michael Bradley absolutely laid the wood to that guy in pursuit. Great block on the outside to give Lane Carroll that option just to get in the end zone.
And that was from 32 yards out to make it now 30-14 Virginia High.
You know, that's another 89-play drive there for the Bearcats, and what more could you want?
And again, Carroll with another big connection. 32-yarder. The extra point is up, and it's good. 31-14 the score. Ends in a 32-yard touchdown from Carroll to Carroll from Lathrop. The drive summary for that one is 10 plays, the longest drive of the game for the Bearcats. Not time-wise, but play-wise. 89 yards. Ends in a touchdown. Went 3 minutes and 52 seconds. It's the second longest drive of the ball game for the Bearcats, and it makes it 31-14. A good finish to that drive.
Oh, yeah, and that's exactly what you want. Just found Lane Carroll over the middle there, gave him some time to make a play. Or the offensive line gave Jamie Lathrop some time to make a play. And very, very good block by Michael Bradley on the outside just to give that seam to Lane Carroll to go ahead and close it up and put 6 more points on the board for the Bearcats.
Kickoff coming up, again brought to you by State Line Motors on Euclid Avenue in Bristol. Jacob Failer getting set to boot it off. 7:53 to go. Another great drive from the Bearcats. There's the kick, and there is a flag.
Flag on the play.
Well, it probably wasn't set for the kick. I don't think they blew the whistle to give him the okay to kick it off. I think he just kicked it to kick it before they were offsides on the attempt, but that was a quick whistle. Usually you let it play out and then you take the penalty at the end of the kick. But
offsides there.
Offside is the call.
So, offsides on the kick as they'll move it back 5 yards. They'll kick it off from the 35.
5-yard penalty assist.
So here you go, State Line Motors, another kick. You make sure you visit State Line Motors on Euclid Avenue. Sponsor the kickoff and all our red zone attempts.
Tell him Mark sent you down there, and he said to give you another $100 off, too, so don't forget about that.
Is that true?
That's true.
Okay.
He told me to say it, so now he has to honor it either way.
There you go. 31-14 the score. Virginia High out in front as we try to close this one out. Here's the kick. A high kick. Lands and bounces right at the 25-yard line. Returnable as he gets up past the 30. A good closing speed there.
Again.
Michael Bradley making some noise there on the special teams unit. Brings him down after a short 9 or 10-yard return to the 31, and that's where Y Central will get set, trailing 31-14. So a 17-point swing in this one. Virginia High scored the last 14 points in the ball game. Kickoff return for a touchdown, and then a touchdown pass from Jamie Lathrop to Lane Carroll, 32 yards out. Lane Carroll really made that. Caught it maybe after like a 15-yard pass and then was able to get the rest with his leg.
Just a 15-yard slant is what it boiled down to.
This is a handoff up the middle, and it's fumbled by Jesse. Picked up, covered by Virginia High as the early signal. It looks like Virginia High's got it. They're going to break the pile, and it will be
Virginia
Bearcat
High
football right at the 41.
And some other news, Aaron Rose is gimpy coming off of the field there.
So is Dante Harris. He's walking off kind of with a limp on his left foot. So the fumble recovery, first turnover of the ball game Comes at a good time. 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go, and you might be able to put this one on ice here. Get a couple of first downs if you're Virginia High. They're on the left hash after the fumble. 41-yard line. Right after scoring, they get a fumble on the first down run from Jarrett Jesse. Lathrop says a few words there to his running back. Now they'll hand it off. This is Bradley up the middle. He falls forward, gain of close to 3 yards as he gets inside the 40. Second down and 7 after that. Eat the clock here. Let it get down. I think you snap it inside of 10 seconds here and really try to put this thing away.
Yeah, I mean, no offense, but, I mean, your offensive tempo isn't really an issue at this point. Up 17 points with 7 minutes remaining. It's going to be difficult for them to make any sort of comeback here.
And Coach Ambergy taking Mark and I's advice here, rolling it down as they'll snap it with 8 seconds. This is Bradley trying to get to the corner. He's tripped up and might have lost 2 yards. Good closing speed there as Matt Rasnick, the senior linebacker, is able to close him down. Lost a yard, and it's 3rd down and 9.
Looks like they're going to leave, put Michael Howard in and bring out.
And they're bringing out Adkins and Bradley. Moving to a wide receiver heavy group. This is Medley, Davidson, and Carroll out to the left side as your wide receivers.
Yeah, I'd probably look to see Michael Howard block to the left
Bradley
side.
actually stayed on the field. He's a wide receiver up to the top of the field. On the right side, he's a lone receiver.
To the top side of our screen.
There's a snap. Carroll drops back towards the 50. Now he's leaking out to the right, running around, trying to buy some time. It looks like we got a flag on the play, but Lathrop still running around as he's extended this play. He's hit hard down after a gain of close to 4, maybe 5 on the play. There are a couple of hankies on the field.
The one over here on the sideline, it's number 13, wasn't anything. It was just a push. Just a block downfield is what it boiled down to. So nothing there. But there was a block in the background, the 50-yard line, 48-yard line. So we're going to have about 3rd and
it depends on where. Yeah, it depends on where they spot the foul.
48. So they'll have to put it back.
It's going to be a long way for the 3rd down. But on the bright side, that play was not a short play. It lasted close to 15 seconds or more as Lathrop able to keep the play alive.
I don't understand what Coach Owens wants here. I mean, he's you got 3rd and a country mile. What more could you want out of it?
Yeah, it's 3rd down at their own 38-yard line. The line to gain is the 32-yard line on the other side. It's close to 3rd and 30.
You know what they say, just get half of it back.
Set it up for a good punt. The time is at 6:08. Seems to be some confusion between the refs as they're trying to relay some things to Coach Owens. Again, the old Virginia Tech classmate.
I'll tell you what, if I was Coach Owens, I'd probably keep my mouth shut at this very moment. I mean,
they already got a sideline warning.
And he's close to getting 15 more than ejection at that point.
He's out at the numbers, so better watch out. If you're Coach Owens, they're trying to talk to him. He's still talking to the refs. Trying to figure out where the spot of the foul was, I think, is what he's disputing.
The flag was at the 48-yard line, and that's exactly where it was. I mean, there's no disputing that.
Maybe he wants it to be 4th down, and he declined the penalty. And I think that's what he's done. He's declined the penalty.
So he wants it to be fourth down at the
4th down and about 6, 7. Do you do that? You had a 3rd down and 31.
No, absolutely not. Especially with this offense, the playmaking abilities that they have. Well,
now they just took the 5-yard penalty. They took the 2nd penalty. And it's now 3rd down. I don't know what they just decided to do, but now Coach Christ, I think you're happy now if you're Coach Christ. Why spend all that time arguing? You just gained almost a quarter of what you lost due to the penalty.
What was Coach Luke arguing about? I mean, he lost 3rd and a country mile to make it.
Yeah, Coach Owens.
3rd and half a country mile.
Yeah, he gained about 15 yards though, so makes it 3rd down and 20. It was 3rd and 30. Coach Christ is mad now over there on the other sideline.
Well, the way this is going,
I'm confused. They're arguing to see how far we can move them back, and it's like one side's arguing for the argument of the other side.
That's good sportsmanship, Dylan.
Yeah, both these two coaches looking out for each other. Of course, they were classmates at Virginia Tech, but they didn't realize they liked each other that much. Did you? As their two teams are going at it for the first time. But again, it's taken the refs a long time to figure this one out. There was a couple of flags on the play, and one of them was a hold.
The other was a block in the back.
Yeah, they ended up. I guess I don't know what they ended up deciding, but they set the ball all the way back inside the 40, and now they've moved it up past midfield to the 49 on the other side, and this really stalled this game at 6:08 to go. And
we talked about offensive tempo, and I guess they're really going to force the issue to see
if only the clock were running right now. Virginia High up 31-14. 3 timeouts for each team remaining. So kind of an odd little pause here. It reminds you of the game against Tennessee High last week. Got down to about 3 minutes to go in that one, and it really just stalled on us.
Had the Fitbit charge they needed.
Yeah, they were walking around everywhere, the refs were, and it seems like that way this time. Just some confusion there on what Coach Owens wanted to accept the penalty. Now they move the ball forward another yard.
Coach Christ is now arguing about the.
Yeah, Coach Christ is mad about it now. I don't know. This is the most confusing sequence I've seen as far as between two teams late in a ball game. So it's 3rd down, and it's going to be close to 16, maybe 17.
After 3rd and 30.
It was looking like it was going to now. Oh, actually, now it's 4th down, so you lost the down.
Where was the loss of down implied? Both of the penalties that were given are
if it were
downs.
If it were going to be 4th down, it should be 4th down and 6 instead of 4th and 16. So they're going to get the chain set.
After apparent confusion on the field, the Warriors declined the penalty, bringing up.
So they will decline the penalty, but to me, you lost 10 yards there on nothing. I don't know how. That's an imaginary 10 yards. I don't know how you lost 10 if they decline the penalty anyway.
If you decline the penalty to lose the down, then you're looking at 4th and 6. I mean,
it's 4th and 16, and the ball's on the 46-yard line.
Unless a holding call now counts for the loss of down.
Low snap, and he dropped to a knee. That was Carroll. He dropped to a knee right at the 40, but they call a false start on the offense before the snap, so that might have balled out Virginia High there.
I thought he dropped the ball.
Well, it was a low snap. He dropped down, and it looked like it hit his knee. It looked like he hit his knee to the ground, and, of course, you're down if.
So the 39, that's a break for the Bearcats.
And they'll lose. They're ended up getting back further, almost back to where they were, as they'll be punting it. Down inside the 35 is where Carroll will be. Actually, once they get up to it, his feet will be at the 35 exactly. So back at the 25 to return is Jesse. Pardon me, that's McAmis. There's the punt.
Good punt.
To the left side. Takes a Virginia High bounce inside the 15, down to the 10. Rolling down to stop dead. And dropped there, touched by Bradley at the 11-yard line. What a punt. To pin them down inside the 10, almost to the 5, as Wise will have the football down there at the 6-yard line. 31-14, they trail. Looking for a quick score, to say the least, down by 17 points. The ball's at the 6 exactly.
Again, we'd like to announce
ball will be on the right hash as they're coming left to right.
After a game until 11:30 p.m.
Across the field.
You know, and the bright side of that drive from Virginia High is 2 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock with just 3 plays. That's something you really look for out of that. That's exactly what you wanted to do.
You had a couple of extended plays on some penalties. There's a snap, handoff up the middle. This is Jesse. Storms forward close to the 10, a gain of 4, close to the 10. So they'll officially mark it as a 4-yard gain. 2nd down and 6.
And I don't think you can really run the football that much here in this situation. You've had success throwing the football or not if you're Wise Central, but you can't. I mean, I understand that your power is in your run pass option, and when you remove the run part of it, it becomes one-dimensional. But you've had success with it all night long.
Pressure shown by Virginia High, and they'll get in there. They're going to get a sack down to the 1-yard line. That was a good play by Virginia High. It looked like Venture getting in there. Let me check the number here.